Can you see me? Am I here? Holy mackerel. That was a weird deal. Let me check. I know. I think I'm back. I think I'm here. Am I here? Wow, that was weird. Okay, good. All right, perfect. It is a Friday, kind of Monday on a Friday. No, it was just a glitch. I'm glad you're here today. Boom. Yes, I'm going to be talking about that, Romy. Thank you. We will be hitting all those markers today. Hi, Donna. Yay. What? Yeah, Romy. Give us updates if you find across those things. Or call in 850-771-0049. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Welcome to the program. 850-771-0049. Elizabeth, we had just a glitch, so we fixed it. It should all be done for the day. All right. We've got your weather forecast for the 4th of July weekend. Scattered thunderstorms during the morning, becoming more widespread this afternoon. High near 88. The chance of rain 80%. Heavy rainfall is possible. Then tonight, thunderstorms likely this evening. Then a chance of a scattered thunderstorm overnight. Low near 73. The chance of rain 70%. And then for Saturday, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High near 87. Chance of rain 60%. 4th of July doesn't look too great. It's not horrible. Partial cloudiness early with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. High near 89. And then in the evening, partial cloudiness with scattered showers and thunderstorms later during the night. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll find out. Presently, it is 74 in Milton. It is 80 in Gulf Breeze, 78 in Navarre, and 75 in Pensacola. Welcome. All right. Yeah, we're going to get some news on Waste Pro today. Is the garbage piling up on Waste Pro? Is the question. And we'll take a look at some of that stuff. So hold on. We got a quick update on the tropical storm. It looks like Elsa is not going to hit us. We're not in the cone. So that's good. That is a good thing. We don't want to be in that cone. So yay. Tropical storm Elsa continues to move rapidly over sorry. Let me try that again. Tropical storm Elsa continues to move rapidly west-northwest at 29 miles an hour. It's a fast forward speed. It continues to hinder the developing of the storm. Keeps it from strengthening. The track and intensity guidance continues to vary. Will continue to do so so far out. But there's no impacts during the holiday weekend. It'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So there you go. We've got the 4th of July hoopla in Milton and Santa Rosa on Sunday. Let me find all the stuff going on. Yes, I can sing it for you if you want, Jason. All I know is Let It Go. That's all I know. On June 28th, no, that was the update. Okay, so from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the 19th annual Firecracker Motorcycle Show will take place on South Willing Street. Registration is $10 on day of the show. Trikes, bikes, there's going to be cash and prizes. They're going to award presentation at 1 at the South Pavilion. From 9 a.m. to 2, the Freedom Car Show on Elmira Street. Free registration, big trophies, big fun. They're going to do a presentation at 2 p.m. at the Blackwater Bistro. From 11 to 5, Treasure Island Children's Activity Area. It's going to be on South Willing Street. Adult chaperone fun-filled activities for children of all ages. At 5 is the Great Milltown Duck Race. First place is $1,500. Second place, $750. Third place, $250. And there's going to be concessions, vendors, all kinds of things. So, and then the fireworks at dark, 8:30. 8:30 is going to do the fireworks. They'll be over by 9, even though they are not part of the ordinance. So there you go. But that should be a good time. I hope to see you there on Sunday afternoon. I got to go to church. I'm going to church first. The tax weekend the tax week is upon us. It is a far-reaching sales tax holiday. Began yesterday, lasts for a week. The new Freedom Week sales tax holiday, in many ways, celebrating and encouraging a return to normalcy after the pandemic. I found the items odd that were counted. Why not just do, hey, there's no sales tax on this, rather than piecemeal it out? It seemed weird. Sunglasses, suntan lotion. I found that some of those things, that they specify it, it was just bizarre. Tense. I don't know. I don't know what you think, but I'm glad they're doing it. It's a first-time holiday, new to everybody. It provides an exciting opportunity for purchasing things that get people out and about. Embrace all that is good about Florida. Bicycles, it's tax-free on bicycles. Who knew? 850-771-0049. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Stan. Sharon. Noise meters were tax exempt this week also. I didn't see that part. I didn't see that. I didn't hear it either. All right, so let's talk a little bit of Waste Pro, shall we? South Santa Rosa News published this yesterday. Waste Pro Regional Vice President Ralph Mills presented Santa Rosa County with $275,000 franchise fee, which is presented annually as part of the company's collections agreement to have the ability to collect solid waste within the county. The company states it's been a proud partner of Santa Rosa County for more than a decade and is the only franchise solid waste hauler in the county to contribute a franchise fee. Is that part of the deal with the mafia? Legitimate question. Waste Pro projects that over the next 5 years, it'll pay approximately $2 million in the county franchise fees. Now, not a math wizard, but I can do simple calculations. So $275,000 is just a little over $250,000, right? And it's an annual fee, right? It's presented, the $275,000 franchise fee is presented annually. I want you to hear this. Waste Pro projects that over the next 5 years, it will pay approximately, I guess that's right. I'm sorry. I thought this said next year. It's good. We're all good. My math caught up. See, I told you I wasn't good at math. So that is the big selling point. That they're paying $275,000. We're the only ones that do that. Well, you sold your soul. But you're not providing good service. So there you go. Santa Rosa County released a third-party report on Waste Pro allegations today. According to Graham Fountain, the executive director of the First Judicial Circuit State Attorney's Office, all reports, including Michelle Anker's third-party report, will be provided today. They'll review it as well. Allegations surfaced in late April, alleging that staff had been deleting citizen complaints regarding the Waste Pro. The whistleblower, Natasha Borneo, an employee in the county's environmental department, said those actions hindered her from executing job tasks, including holding the company accountable for its contract performance. South Santa Rosa News last week requested to see the fines imposed on Waste Pro by the county since the renewed agreement contained a provision for fining the company for missed trash pickups, spilled hydraulic fluid, and other service failures. Additionally, they requested to review the unedited report from Anchors, who was hired by the county administrator Schiebler to look into the allegations. Anchors report, as well as details about Waste Pro fines, will be out as soon as it is released. And so I know Romy's looking at that right now. But you've got the Waste Pro deal has been interesting. Don't get Willie Jr.'d, Nick. I don't know what that means. Customer pays the franchise fees on their bill. Yes. Yes, you are paying those franchise fees to the county, not Waste Pro. The savings get passed on to you. Pay the garbage fee every month. No fines paid to date, despite hundreds of complaints. Well, if they're deleted, what difference does it make? I got you. What I'm just kind of curious, and I'm not trying to make you do a lot of extra work, Roman, but I know you probably think this way anyway. What would those fees add up to? Dana, yeah, I understand. You've got Adams, but that was the thing with the $275,000 to the county. They could make money off of that. It's just ridiculous. But you've got Waste Pro, who has limited service. There are complaints, and those things go away. Again, your voice is not heard. What is it about this BOCC that doesn't want to hear your voice? And them deleting the complaints, what does that do? I mean, it should make you go, you know what? They don't care about me. I've been saying this for a long time, that this BOCC does not care about you at all. If they did, they would do things that allowed you to have your voice heard. And when they delete the complaints, then it all goes away. Yes. Well, but they're protecting Waste Pro. So what do the complaints add up to, as opposed to are the complaints getting money from Waste Pro, finding Waste Pro, is that a bigger or a more laborious way to get the money, or just to accept the $275,000 at one chunk? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But here's the thing, bigger than losing the money, the bigger issue is silencing you. All these things are done to silence you. You are in a vacuum. You're the only one that has a complaint. But not if they're deleting it. You see what I'm saying? They're taking your voice away. Very, very disheartening. And this is another thing, and we'll see what the report says. But Romy said there's no fines to date, despite hundreds of complaints. Grab hold of this, because the BOCC does. This is Rosa Gate. So much corruption. It's the mafia. They are the mafia. And they rule Santa Rosa County. And you have no recourse. And they don't fear you, because if they did, they wouldn't do the things that they do. It's not about you. It's all about them. And it is corruption. And this, my friends, should be frightening to us. And we'll see what happens with this. We will see. I get you. Like, I hear good things about Adams. And they communicate, and they're good about that. Not Waste Pro. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you. I know what you're talking about now. It took me a moment. 850-771-0049. So, I don't know. What do you expect from this? Do you expect anything to change because of this report? I mean, you may know some more things than you knew before, but is it going to be helpful to you? I don't know. It seems strange to me that they are hindering you as they are. All right. There was a shooting and a car crash overnight. Was it Wednesday night into Thursday morning? The fatal victim in the shooting and car crash in Escambia County is identified as 18-year-old Ladarius Clardy. Clardy was a standout quarterback at Pine Forest High School, graduated in 2020. He then joined the Kennesaw State University football team. Clardy holds the all-time passing record at Pine Forest High School. It happened around 1 a.m. Thursday at Hollywood Avenue and Fairfield Drive in Escambia County. Deputies found Clardy shot dead inside the vehicle, which crashed into a ravine. Another in the vehicle was hospitalized. They've not announced any suspects. Now, here is a sad ending for a talented young man. And we don't know the details behind what went on. No clue. But he had great promise, and this is a sad day. Could have been our next Emmett Smith, right? 850-771-0049. DeSantis signed the HB 259 Safety of Religious Institutions into law, which provides equal treatment of properties housing both religious institutions and schools compared to those without schools. J.R. Williamson sponsored the bill to close a loophole in Florida state statute. Now, what it stated was before it was illegal to carry a firearm at church if that church had a preschool or a school associated with it. Even though the school and the preschool didn't operate on Sunday, you could not bring a firearm into that church. So, it allows law-abiding license concealed carry permit holders to exercise their right to worship without having their Second Amendment rights infringed upon. So, yeah, it's a good thing. That is a good thing. With everything that's been going on in the past few years, that's a great thing. What else is happening? We talked about that. Freedom tax. So the other night, Escambia County District 5 Commissioner Steve Berry opened a town hall in Molino Monday night with an announcement that he expects a letter of intent from a new employer to be released in July that will bring between 150 and 200 jobs to Escambia County. Berry said the new employer would likely present a letter of intent at the county's next meeting on July 8th, seeking to invest $20 million on 75 acres at the county's Central Commerce Park north of Cantonment. He didn't offer any more details than that, but despite that announcement, Berry had tough questions from the group about 50 residents who turned out to the town hall upset over flooding issues and funding for public safety. They weren't concerned about, he thought he could make it all go away. What do these politicians think they can make it all go away by stating something that's just doesn't really matter to the people? They want jobs. That's fine. There's jobs out there. Bringing 150, 200 jobs, it's not a big deal because you can't get help at a restaurant. You can't get service at a restaurant. You can't get help. I was going to say Walmart, but you can't get help at Walmart anyway. But you see what I'm saying? The jobs are out there. We're not concerned about the jobs. We've got flooding issues. We've got security concerns. What are you doing? And he took heat. And good for them. This is just creepy. A Pensacola man allegedly solicited advice from another man at a Gulf Breeze hotel about where he could purchase a young Hispanic child. Alexander Avilaj, 49, was arrested Tuesday and charged with engaging in human trafficking for labor and services of a child. He's booked into the Santa Rosa County Jail without a chance for bond, where he remained in custody as of Wednesday. Well, if there's no bond, you're going to remain in custody. According to his arrest report, the Gulf Breeze Police Department officer responded Tuesday to a suspicious person complaint at the Holiday Inn Express at 50 Daniel Circle. Hotel staff told the officer that one of their guests had said that Avajad had been behaving strangely and making other guests uncomfortable by walking around the parking lot and looking into vehicles and leaning on the pool gate and watching children swim. While on scene, the officer spoke with a man who said Avulaj asked him if he knew where he could buy a child. He had stalked some young girls that were unloading baggage out of a car. Circled them about 5 times. Listen, there are predators out there. There are predators out there. Yeah, Cantonment is right here close to Pensacola. So. But yeah, you've got, what is this with people? This guy, this is broad daylight. He was circling, stalking kids. Wow. That should be watch your kids, watch your grandkids. He asked people, "Wow, you know where I can buy a child?" Okay. This week marks 1 year since the Black Lives Matter mural was painted on a street in Pensacola. The city says construction will start on a street this fall. The road will be resurfaced. It's going to cover up the Black Lives Matter mural. Now, the mural's designer wants it repainted after construction is complete. Now, I want you to remember that after the Black Lives Matter mural was painted, other groups approached the city about having murals painted on streets. And Grover said, no more. There's no more. We're not going to do this. You allow Black Lives Matter, but you wouldn't allow anybody else. And now Black Lives Matter wants it repainted. I'm sorry, but Grover said no more. They are admitted Marxists. I have to just go look at their website. So if they allow Black Lives Matter to repaint that mural, it's on, my friends. Paint murals wherever you want to. And if they say you can't, just say, hey, you allowed them twice. Twice. Mary says because predators keep getting away with it, the risk is worth a reward to them. And the focus is on dumb crap like noise ordinances. I know. Well, you know, I don't know. It could have been all kinds of issues that kept it from being repaved, but they'll get it done. 850-771-0049. It's weird. Now, here's some interesting local good news. In one of the back corners of the 14-acre Milton Cemetery, a small cordoned-off tiny square of graves is marked only by a cement stone, dubbing it Babyland. Inside Babyland are 60 infant graves containing the remains of day-old babies who died between the years of 66 and 75. Only a few of the graves have actual headstones. There's one that reads Melissa Ann Welch, who was born and died on April 26, 1968. 49 of the other graves have sat unmarked for decades. The plot of land was created in the cemetery in the 60s for babies whose parents didn't have enough money to buy them a plot of land in the Milton Cemetery. Now, they are doing a deal now. The caretaker, they are going and marking the graves with small markers to honor these babies that are nameless, forgotten. And I don't have a problem with that. I think that's a great thing. If you're going to spend money on something like that, that's awesome. And the ones that they don't have names for or records for, they're also doing things for them. And so, bravo. The city of Milton is paying $2,200 to buy individual tiny headstones, and 2 individual donors have kicked in $250 each as well. So if you want to give to that, I'm sure that the city of Milton can help you locate them. All right. That is a sad thing, but I think it's good that they're doing that. That is a wonderful thing. All right. 850-771-0049. So here's some other things going on that you need to be aware of. This is my, oh no, I'll come back to that. This is what I want to do. Ted Cruz from Texas is urging the Biden administration to lift its long-standing requirement for people to wear masks on airplanes and other forms of mass transit ahead of the upcoming 4th of July holiday weekend, which is here. Airline travelers ages 2 and older currently have to wear face masks in order to fly, despite being fully vaccinated. So if you're fully vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask. Biden's CDC needs to follow the science and end its mask mandate for vaccinated Americans on airplanes and public transportation. My wife was flying this weekend as well, and the airline said, we've got this HEPA filter thing, and it's filtering the air every so many seconds, but you still got to wear a mask. So there's an outdated, unnecessary mandate, and it's a pain in the backside. You got to fly for hours with that mask on, and you have to have it over your nose because the mask Nazis let you know, hey, you need to put it over your nose. It's not pleasant. It is not pleasant. Yes, I know. I got you, Corey. It wasn't the babies don't have any value. These were parents that didn't have a lot of money. That's why they were buried in babyland. All right. Katie says there's no more pandemic. If there ever was one. Just saying. Facebook will mark me as an extremist. We'll get to that in a minute. A study of U.S. military members who were vaccinated against COVID-19 found a higher than expected rate of heart inflammation reported by those who received the vaccine, though its cases of adverse effect are still extremely rare. Kind of like people who died from the COVID. It was rare. The chance of death from infection was very, very low. A study published Tuesday took a retrospective look at patients serving in the military who were vaccinated with an mRNA vaccine between January and April 2021. A total of 23 male patients ages 20 to 51, 22 whom are currently serving and one who's retired shows symptoms associated with myocarditis, heart inflammation, within 4 days after receiving the vaccine. So, I know, Mary, we'll get to that story in a minute. So, yeah, they are getting heart inflammation within 4 days of receiving the vaccine. Young men. What about Rhino Ivy quashing Trump's rally mobile? Well, you got to look at it this way. Just do the benefit of the doubt. All right? Because if it becomes partisan political, then you've got to let others do it as well. Just saying. Just playing out devil's advocate. House Republicans held a hearing on Tuesday to investigate the origins of COVID-19 pandemic, but were hampered by Democrats. No. I don't believe it. The Democrats refused to participate because Republicans are in the minority and cannot schedule official hearings. They had to proceed alone and were unable to compel key witnesses to testify, like Fauci. The hearing was organized by House Minority Whip Steve Scalise, who serves as the ranking member on the Select Subcommittee on the coronavirus crisis. Republicans chose to hold the informal hearing, which took place in the Capitol Visitor Center, because they could not reserve an official hearing room. So they're being, the Democrats don't want you to find out what the origins of the virus is. Why is that? Anybody? Why don't the Democrats want you to know where the virus came from? They are withholding information from you. Okay. Everybody get ready for this one. Are you ready? The National Education Association on Thursday afternoon was awaiting debate on whether it will demand vaccinations for all students and staff attending school in person this fall. They might demand that your student receive a vaccination before they can attend school. Not mumps, not meningitis, COVID. New business item 33 for the annual meeting and representative assembly for the nation's largest labor union indicates the NEA will call for mandatory, safe, and effective COVID-19 vaccinations and testing for all students and staff before returning to face-to-face instruction in the fall. Against your wishes. Now, there's some medical exemptions. Not religious. They're going to force it on your children and your grandchildren so that they can return to face-to-face school. Yeah. Mary, I got you. I understand. And that's what's going to happen. They're either going to push them to private school or they're going to homeschool them. Homeschool, no vaccination required. You see what's happening. You see what's going on. Yeah, they will. They'll do it against. Hold on to that thought. Let me get to this. I'm gonna go to this story because it applies. I'll get it. Hold on. Wait. A teacher in Tacoma, Washington, is under fire for reportedly distributing a flyer informing 8th grade students that parental consent is not required to obtain prophylactics, such as Plan B abortions and more. The unnamed teacher at Stewart's Middle School shared the flyer during science class. According to Rance, the Planned Parenthood produced flyer included information such as ages of sexual consent for minor children, information on how to obtain testing for sexually transmitted diseases, and that parental consent is not needed for minors who want birth control or even abortions. A portion of the flyer said, "It's not a crime if you're 11 and have sex with somebody 2 years old or less." I want you to hear what's in this. It's not a crime if you're 11 years old and have sex with somebody 2 years older or less. 12 to 13 and have sex with somebody who's 3 years old or less. 14 and 15 can have sex with somebody who's 4 years old or less. They are creating child predators. That's what this science teacher passed out. Why is that? Now listen, there's more. The executive director for the district's secondary education said the flyer is not part of our curriculum and should not have been sent home with the students. Previously, Planned Parenthood taught within our schools and supplied this flyer. We discovered a binder of curriculum materials that was left behind for an incoming teacher to use for the year. I'm sorry. Curriculum from Planned Parenthood in the school. I got you. I'm in the same way. California, yes. What kids that are 12 years old can't remember to zip up their fly after going to the bathroom. They walk around with a fly undone. They can't make medical choices. What kind of, but this was a nameless teacher. They wouldn't release the name. Why? Because they're protecting them. I agree, Donna. I agree. Well, it's children messing with children, and you can't do that to children. Teach academics only. Well, that's the problem. We're generating morons because we're teaching them things that they could learn on the playground anyway. Yes, they are crazy. They are crazy. 850-771-0049. Bull. But that's just the weirdest crap. All right. So let me get this. I need to pull this up. I didn't get I forgot to upload some things here earlier today. Let me find it. Okay. So this happened. I'm going to show you this. This is from Facebook. The social media platform appeared to be issuing new extremism warnings to its users on pop-up notifications. On Thursday, multiple Facebook users reported receiving a new notification from the social media giant warning about being exposed to extremist content. This new feature was documented by Red State editor Kira Davis, who shared screenshots of the warning on her Twitter account. Are you concerned that someone you know is becoming an extremist? Yes, Facebook. Facebook is becoming extremist. Or is extremist. We care about preventing extremism on Facebook. Others in your situation have received confidential support. Really? How can you help? Hear stories and get advice from people who escaped violent extremist groups. Really? So what does it take? They don't give a definition or clarification on what a violent extremist group is. So you could be a conservative, a Trump supporter, and get reported because you're a violent extremist. But this is Facebook. We know what's going on. The propaganda they put out about the COVID-19 vaccine, you see it, and the little thing, get your facts on the vaccine. No, I know the facts on the vaccine. I don't need your facts, your propaganda. It's a program called Exit USA. I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I get the concept of it, but I don't know what it is. I've not seen that. This is what we're dealing with. Gas stations across the country are facing fuel shortages. We're going back to the 70s. Remember Jimmy Carter? Some of you do, some of you don't. Driving prices to a 7-year high as more than 40 million Americans prepare to hit the road for the 4th of July weekend. The nationwide average for a price of a gallon of gas hit $3.09 on Monday, the highest price Americans have been asked to shell out ahead of the holiday weekend since 2014. Who was president then? AAA forecasts that 43.6 million Americans will travel by car this weekend. Today, 89% of U.S. gas prices are selling regular unleaded for $2.75 or more. That's a stark increase over last July 4th, when only a quarter of stations were selling gas for more than $2.25. Road trippers will pay the most to fill up for the holiday since 2014. And there's shortages. You are going to face shortages. Congratulations, Jason. I wasn't old then. I was young. I was a kid. Bidenomics. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. But what are you going to do? He was elected president, and you can't argue that. We can't even discuss that because that would be wrong. You see what I'm saying? This is all a push. This is all designed, and Biden's got nothing to do with it. He's the mouthpiece. He's a stupid mouthpiece, but he's the mouthpiece. They are ramming this to get this renewable energy and all that thing. Sleepy Joe is a Jimmy Carter dingleberry. There you go. There you go, Donna. God bless you. Take your Metamucil and get ready for your morning nap. I'm just kidding. 850-771-0049. Home prices jumped to the most in more than 30 years in April. Nationally, the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index of property values climbed 14.6 from a year earlier. The biggest gain in data going back to 1988, the came after a 13.2 increase in March and was the 11th straight month that price gains accelerated. Home prices in 20 U.S. cities, meanwhile, jumped 14.9%, beating the median income estimate in a survey of Bloomberg economists, and was the biggest gain since the 200th New York City Board of Election on Tuesday. It blended together, sorry. So the house pricing has gone up. Now, I got a message the other day that my house value is worth $100,000 more than I paid for it. Now, could I get that? Maybe at this point, I probably could. You got people moving in from New York and other areas unknown, fleeing the Democratic stronghold of their state. And they're paying cash, so you could probably get more than $100,000 more because housing is hard to find. Now, they said that there's more on the market this month than there has been, so maybe it's not going to be as easy to get that money, but you were getting 20 offers on a home. That wasn't unusual. And we go through this every once in a while. But you got some major issues. What else? So for many Americans, they're still waiting to receive their tax refund. And the wait is probably far from over. The National Taxpayer Advocate's federally authorized report to Congress found that the IRS held an unprecedented number of tax returns for manual processing this year, leading to major delays and millions of Americans waiting months for their refunds. The 2021 filing season was the quintessential definition of the perfect storm. No one could have predicted a global pandemic or lasting and lingering impact to taxpayers, the IRS employees, and the tax administration during the last 15 months. This filing season has been challenging for tens of millions of taxpayers and anything but the normal for the IRS and its employees. At the end of the filing season, the IRS had 35.3 million unprocessed returns, 4 times more than just 2 years ago. 35.3 million unprocessed tax returns. Wow. Just wow. That should freak you out. Have you got your tax return? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Who? You who? You who? That means. Ramona says, I'd be scared to buy a house now. When will it crash? Yeah. Nope, I got it. I got it. The Democrats are trying to destroy the oil industry, and they're doing a pretty daggone good job. Because if you work in the oil industry, you can just go program. Any idiot can program. Farmers can program, he said. That's what Biden said. You get your what? Your tax return or your stimulus package. I don't know. Anyway. Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, which oversees elections in the county, issued a response to a letter sent by Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, saying the county shares her concerns that the integrity and security of the Dominion voting system machines and ballots might have been compromised during the audit. Not during the election, during the audit. Accordingly, I write to notify you that Maricopa County will not use the subpoenaed election equipment in any future election, said the letter dated Monday. Never use the equipment that could pose a risk to free and fair elections, suggesting that the auditors may have compromised the machines. The Democrats are saying the Republicans are defunding the police, and now they're saying that the auditors have compromised the machines. Hobbs, a Democrat, had written to the county in May that she had grave concerns regarding the security and integrity of these machines, given that the chain of custody, a critical security tenet, has been compromised, and election officials do not know what was done to those machines while under cyber ninjas. Cyber Ninjas is the Florida-based technology firm that helped with the audit, who was authorized early this year by the Republican-controlled state Senate. So it's the Republicans who are involved in compromising the machines, not the Democrats. Now, here's the thing. I want you to get this because it's very, very important. It's very important that you understand the Jedi mind trick that they're playing. They are now saying that those machines have been compromised. They don't have any proof. They have zero proof, zero evidence that these machines are now compromised because of the audits. And they were saying that they didn't have a reason to audit the machines because they had zero proof. Are you understanding how weird this is? What do you mean, Keith, about the machines? If you refuse an audit, they refuse to have anybody kind of watch what was going on. The Democrats, they wouldn't let the overseers see. You couldn't check to make sure they were on the up and up. So we just want an audit. We just want an audit. They're afraid of the truth to come out. They don't want the truth to come out. Oh my gosh. All right. So Trump was banging on CNN. Carol Markowitz, a columnist for New York Post. CNN personalities are getting defensive after former President Donald Trump mocked the liberal network's dramatic ratings freefall. Trump issued a statement on Tuesday taking aim at some of his media adversaries, singling out TV hosts like CNN anchor Jake Tapper and pointing out that how CNN's ratings are down 70%, calling it a wonderful thing to see. Tapper, who is widely regarded as CNN's most professional journalist, retaliated with a swipe against the former president. If I had incited and inspired a deadly insurrection and an attempt to undo American democracy, I might not be out there bragging about how many viewers it had. Well, it wasn't a deadly insurrection. It wasn't. It wasn't. Jake Tapper is pushing fake news. He says, but maybe that's just me. I'm a different breed of cat. Matt Dornick, CNN's head of strategic communications, went even further, appearing to celebrate President Biden's administration. Imagine that. People are vaccinated, no longer terrified, and out enjoying their lives. If the trade-off is that very news net's ratings are down, I'll take it. CNN averaged 654,000 viewers during the second quarter. That's the average. By the way, 640,000 is below 1 million. By comparison, Fox News averaged 1.2 million during the same time period to finish number one in all of its basic cable. CNN failed to crack the 1 million viewer threshold during the primetime hours of 8 to 11. Now, I want you to think about this. 54,000 is about the same as like a Houston TV station, local TV station. Just saying. Now, more on Tapper. Tapper was riding relatively high in January with 2.8 million viewers, a good showing. But the audience now, the ratings for his show fell to only 706,000 from May to June. 75% of his audience has fallen away. 75% of his audience has fallen away. I don't know, Jason. So you have they're right now at 2.8 million, down to 706,000 from May to June. 75% off. Tapper's also lost significant viewers among key news demographic of the ages 25 to 54, dropping 79% in January's audience during the first 3 weeks of his June time slot. Tapper shows down 47% in the second quarter compared to Q1 among the category most coveted by advertisers. That group, that sweet spot where you get the advertising dollars from, they suck. In April, CNN awarded Tapper with an extra hour and expanded his show from 4 to 6, and the move hasn't paid off in the ratings. The 5 averaged 2.6 million during the same time slot. That's Fox's show. It's killing him. And that's 229% that the 5 beat Jake Tapper's show. I know. Yeah, I did say Houston because Houston's a big metro. And so you're going to have bigger viewership for that, counting the cable subscribers, all that. I'm giving a rough estimate. I'll have to check those numbers. Or you can check them for me. But if you have a cable network, and look, CNN's coming in behind MSNBC. Yeah. CNN used to be the big dog, and they are so far off now. Ramona says, you're a Newsmax watcher. Good. So, and the 5 is pretty stupid with Neocon Dana. You don't like Dana Perino? She's cute and she's small. You could put her underneath your arm and carry her around. The point is that CNN is tripping. I got one more thing before we get out of here. And I want you to understand, this is not made up. This is not Babylon Bee. This is news. It's being reported that Jill Biden will go to Japan for the opening ceremony on July 23rd without her husband, the president. While in Japan, she is holding diplomatic meetings with Prime Minister Suga and other senior diplomatic officials. Jill Biden, the First Lady. The First Lady for everyone is what she's being called. Jill Biden is going to hold diplomatic talks with Prime Minister Suga and other officials. Without him there, Biden's not going. Yeah. Now, she was not elected. She's the First Lady. She hosts parties. She picks out dinnerware. That's it. She destroys school lunches. Oh, wait, that was Michelle Obama. She doesn't hold diplomatic meetings. But she is going. He is not. You're right. She has no business doing that at all. None. But that is the administration that we're in. Because, number one, he's not capable. Well, I can tell you this, Christine, they're not going to talk about spelling. Because on her thesis, it was a grammar and spelling nightmare. So she's not going to be doing that. But they're going to talk about she can do diplomatic talks because her husband is mentally incapable. And that's where you go. Is it because he's mentally incapable, or maybe he would say something racially insensitive? Not Joe. You should be very afraid of these people. What in the world are we doing where Joe Biden is going to go in the place of Joe Biden and talk diplomatic stuff? Send Hunter, get them all cracked up and shout them China cash, and probably get some cash for himself. He wouldn't do it if it wasn't financially beneficial for him. They are embarrassing. They are embarrassing. But that's what we've got. Holy smokes, people. The bizarro world is here. Jill Biden is not even running the White House. Her job is watching Joe. Her job is watching Joe and cleaning him up when he messes on himself. That's it. That's it. Giving him his applesauce with his meds crushed up in it at 2 and changing his diaper at 3. That's it. That's your only job, Jill. Oh, my gosh. You ought to be scared to death. And nobody's going to call him on it. Nobody is going to call him on it. She's going to get showered with praise. Oh, my gosh, look at this. She's everybody's first lady. She's such a great. And Joe, he went down to the building collapse in South Florida, and he is giving everybody he's grieving with everybody. He's getting just this consolation that he has. Oh, my gosh. Wow. It is very scary. Run from these people. And have a private nurse to do what? To change his diaper? Joe is simply fulfilling his dream. He has the National Command Authority card in his jacket. He's POTUS. That's all he wanted. I know. He doesn't want to control anything. He just wanted to be president. And he doesn't. And here's the thing. He doesn't even know he's president. He has no idea. We don't want Pedo Joe. I know. But you got him for a couple more months anyway. I do. I see 2 months. I know. All right, kids, we got to get out of here. It's 4th of July weekend. Hope to see you in Milton on Sunday and down by Jernigan's Landing, looking for a good time for the fireworks, and look me up. All right. Like the video, share the video. We will see you on Monday. Look for reports from South Santa Rosa News on the Waste Pro Gate stuff that comes out on a Friday. All right. A holiday weekend Friday. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Thanks so much. God bless. Stay strong.